I've self-funded everything. I could have grown bigger, I could have grown quicker, but I chose not to, just to eliminate those risks. I use an overdraft as and when I need it, but it's really a case of trying to manage the cash flow, knowing what's coming in, what's going out, and being safe and steady. And that's kept me in business for well over 10 years now without any problems at all. I don't have any other shareholders to answer to. I don't have any borrowings which I need to worry about. It's a nice, safe, secure business, and it will go on like that for as long as I want it to. As I've developed the business, then I've thought about which direction I want to go. Do I want to grow? Do I want to stay where I am? Where do I want it to be? Thinking about funding and what I'd need to take it to the next level, then there's loans I could take out. I could also bring in partners. I could do, I guess people talk a lot about crowdfunding these days, but none of those really suited what I wanted to do. I'm quite happy with the business in terms of the size it is now. So for me, working just on an overdraft as and when I need it, then that works perfectly. The way my work goes, I could be working on a large dispute for a number of years, so you build up some work in progress, and then you get paid. You get a lump sum which then got to last you for a bit longer. That's where cash flow can be a bit of a challenge, and sometimes you need to dip into the overdraft because of that. Other than that, it seems fine. The type of business which I run as a solicitor, I don't have large amounts of stock. I don't need a lot of equipment. I don't need huge offices. So these are the things where I haven't needed a lot of infrastructure to be able to set up. Mobile phone, laptop, and indemnity insurance. I was in business, ready to go. And that could be done through savings and through the overdraft, as I keep mentioning. But that also reduces my risk. It means I don't have to be worrying about sort of making repayments every month. I don't have any other shareholders to answer to, so all the decisions in my business are entirely mine, and I can run it how I want to, and I have that flexibility, which is what I love about being self-employed and running my own business. I can do things my way and not have to fit with the mould of what somebody else wants to do.
When I funded my business 3 and a bit years ago, I started pretty lean, to be honest. I already had a laptop and a printer, and that was effectively it. Certainly no premises, no long leases, nothing fancy around websites to start with. It really was pretty lean, but being an accountant, I'm used to running things lean anyway. So I've evolved over time. The website came 3 to 6 months later. The glossier business cards came later once I started getting some clients on board. So certainly don't try and jump in, don't try and run before you can walk. That's certainly a good tip. You see a lot of startups out there who are spending lots of money with no sight of anything coming back the other way. So it's just be careful when you go, and cut your cloth to measure, really. That there are effectively 2 traditional lines of funding businesses, be they startups or established businesses going for years. By that, you'd either bring in some debt or you'd bring in some equity funding. Now, there are some that sit in the middle, but debt and equity are effectively the 2 simple ways. Debt would be essentially money from a bank. So you go to a bank and say, I'd like to borrow X for Y number of years, and you'll have to pay that back over 36, 48, 60 months, whatever you can negotiate. That's fine. But the bank may want a personal guarantee off you if you're starting on your own. So they may want you to put up some collateral or get parents or your mortgage provider to give you a second charge on your house, which is obviously risky. So you have to be wary that there is a risk. No bank is just going to give you £20,000 to start a business because they like you. They have to manage their own risk as well. So the other side of that, the softer side, would be to get some equity involved. So that would be yourself either putting in some money, or like I say, your family and friends, or you could get some business angel money come in. This is when someone likes your idea and they're quite happy to fund you to start with. They will enjoy that because there are some quite significant tax breaks for people putting in money to new startup businesses. But ultimately, you have to bear in mind that with that, you're giving away a stake in your business. It's not a case of with the bank, once you've paid them out, you've paid them out. They will look for you to grow. They will look for some dividends and some return on the money over probably a longer period, 5 to 10 years.
When I was a sole trader, I owned a laptop and a computer, and I've got another member of staff as well that works for me in the office. So since becoming a limited company, actually, I thought, well, I might as well buy a new computer and put it under the limited company. It was quite interesting actually trying to apply for a finance for a computer, to buy a computer, because I was newly traded, so I don't have any credit or anything like that, so they have to check it. You won't really have enough money, or to, unless you have got a really good financial background, then most small businesses can't probably afford to buy a brand new computer worth £1,000, not in one go anyway. So I decided in the end, actually, PC World do smart plans, so which I bought on the other computer before. So I thought actually I'd do that, and it's all gone through. But it did take a while because, like I said, I'm quite a new limited company, so my name really didn't have a credit, and I've recently just opened up a new bank account as well, so they couldn't even find my name anywhere, so it was quite difficult.